To New York now, and for a second straight day, the grand jury in Manhattan canceling testimony on that Trump case as District Attorney Alvin Bragg reportedly scrambles to find new evidence to use against the former president to indict him next week and then arraign him, meaning, yes, we might get a mugshot. We might see Donald Trump in handcuffs. He would get fingerprinted. At least that's how they treat typical defendants. Joining us now for more, Wisconsin Congressman and member of the House Judiciary Committee, Tom Tiffany. Congressman, great to have you on, and just want to thank you for all your support. We're so happy to be back on DirecTV this morning, and if it weren't for yourself and all of our viewers, I'm not sure if that would have happened. So thank you.
You're welcome, Rob. Newsmax is a critical part of the media that we have here in the United States, delivering the message with the news of the day. We're so glad you're on the air.
Yeah, we're glad to have you back too, Congressman. Let's go back to New York. I'm wondering what your take is on how this plays out now. All week, we've been on the edge of our seat waiting for this indictment. Now the grand jury hearing canceled again. It looks like they'll reconvene Monday, although that might not happen. What's the feeling on Capitol Hill? How does this play out?
You know, who knows how it lays out? District Attorney Bragg fired a shot back at Jim Jordan, Jamie Comer, and Brian Stile in regards to the letter they sent. You can tell he's feeling the heat. I think he's in a vice. But the big problem here is Trump derangement syndrome. It has just affected these people so much that they can't think straight. And District Attorney Bragg was correct months ago when he said, I'm not going to follow through with this prosecution because I really shouldn't do it. Then he got all kinds of pressure to do it once again, and he could not resist. And, it really is the Soros prosecutors, as the governor from Florida said. We have something like this playing out right now in Wisconsin. We have a critical Wisconsin Supreme Court race that's going on with the spring elections. And George Soros is putting in hundreds of thousands of dollars to get somebody that won't follow the law, that's weak on crime. You see this across the country.
Congressman, I want to show you a headline from The Hill yesterday. It says Alvin Bragg, he's accusing Donald Trump basically of creating this false expectation on a potential arrest. I'm wondering if you think Alvin Bragg might want out of this entire situation and nothing ends up happening next week.
Yeah, the reports coming out of New York amongst prominent attorneys and others is that they're saying this is really weak sauce. I mean, so think about it. Bragg is trying to take what is a misdemeanor and turn it into a felony, whereas most of the time he's turning felonies into misdemeanors. And so there's a great inconsistency there. There is not a strong case. And he's just in a really bad spot at this point. He should pack his bags and go fight crime in New York City rather than going after a presidential candidate.
Yeah, it's so fascinating because we're not talking about a typical defendant here. If Donald Trump were going to be arraigned, the Secret Service would have to coordinate with the DA's office for him to come in. So obviously Donald Trump had gotten wind that something might be developing in Lower Manhattan when he put that out on Truth Social on Saturday. Congressman, I want to play a soundbite for everybody at home. This is an exchange that you had on Capitol Hill asking a very simple, basic question about the president's son, Hunter Biden. Let's listen.
Why hasn't Hunter Biden been prosecuted for the crime that he committed?
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
State your point of order.
Totally irrelevant and not germane to this proceeding.
Sir, he's got his 5 minutes. Go ahead, continue.
I understand why you do not want Mr. Wilcox to answer that question. It's very clear why you don't want, because there's a dual system of justice in America.
Yeah, Congressman, very interesting exchange there. By the way, the bolo tie, I appreciate that. I appreciate that you're from Wisconsin. My dad is from the Southwest. I know he would appreciate that as well. Simple question. Did you get any kind of response there?
Yeah, I think we got the typical response. I mean, you saw the Democrats try to shut down the question that I was asking. Is there inconsistency in the law? Because you had a witness there that is saying that the ATF is doing these wonderful things, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, that they're, this great agency. Well, what we're finding out is, we saw gun running down on the border a decade ago. We're seeing them now try to use the administrative rule process to make something illegal, pistol braces, that was declared legal a decade ago, turning gun owners in America into criminals. We see this dual system of justice. And then when you have Hunter Biden and you bring up his name and you say, on that, Form 4473,
right,
he was supposed to report that he used drugs.
And he did not.
Illegal drugs.
And he did not, which is a serious crime. And then you see what's happening in Lower Manhattan, and it further supports that narrative of this dual system of justice. Congressman, good to see you. Have a great weekend. Next time you're back on, feel free to wear the bolo with us on Wake Up America. We'd love it.
Thank you so much, Rob. I got more to come.
All right.